There's always going to come that time when, whether it's at an executive level, but mostly at an executive level, there's going to have to be the need for some form of promotions, probably all the way to the top. And what I often suggest to people, whether it's the board or HR, but mostly boards, is that when that time comes, there has to be a total depersonalization of the process. So it obviously shouldn't be about the people you like. It should be about who is most capable to take the organization forward in terms of that promotion process. And I find that it often comes down to two things. One is performance and the other is potential. Now, we often tend to veer towards performance because it's often very easy to measure. I mean, you have your annual performance measures, you have your 360-degree performance appraisal, and your KPIs. So those are very easy to measure. But even when it comes to performance measurements, we do have to be very careful, because we do have to ask ourselves, are they getting everything done, or are they getting things done the right way? And so it's not just performance, it's about performing the right way. In other words, are they performing within the scope of, being ethical, and the like? So that's on the performance side. But for me, what I find a lot more versatile in terms of, promotion from an executive context is that you also look at the person's potential. And there are a few things that go into potential. One, are they motivated to win? Because whoever climbs to the very top has to have something in them that wants to win. It's the only way the whole organization is going to be pulled together to win as well. So are they motivated to win? Are they the kind of people who are motivated to win? Do they have what it takes in them to say, you know what, we have to win this? So that's one. Secondly, you need to find out if they are willing to put the team forward, the organization forward above themselves. And that's some level of selflessness, because at some point in any director's life, if they stay long enough, you're gonna get to a point. It's standard. You obviously will get to a point where you have to make a decision whether to put you first or to put the team or the organization first. So they do need to show that they have motivation to win. They do need to show that they have a willingness and a capability to put others before them. They also need to show that they are resilient. In other words, they can get past failures or get past difficult times, because those difficult times will come whatever the level of your directorship is. Then for me, they also need to be curious. In other words, they need to be open-minded. They need to show that they are willing to take other ideas from other people and synthesize all of that and move forward as an entire organization. And finally, I would add, they need to show that they are capable of joining the dots. You need people who are able to connect dots that are usually very unusual to connect. In other words, they should be able to see things that everybody else does not see, in terms of opportunities, in terms of risk, in terms of everything within the environment they will be working. So in a nutshell, yes, look at people's performance, but it's also very important that you look at people's potential.